Hey, this is Kevin from Secure My Cargo. I'm going to give you a quick overview of our kayak straps for putting on a roof rack. So the easiest thing to do is have your kayak down on the ground, put the nose straps already on, have everything separated out. So once you get it up there, it's very easy to pop it up there and then get everything you need to do to strap it in place. So we're going to pop this up here now. Make sure it's equidistant on there. We actually had to adjust our rack here to move the one beam up a little bit further so we have it equidistant. So now what you really want to do is when you do attach this, you're going to want to have it so you're almost at a 45-degree angle here. That way it has a good pulling down and pulling back, and obviously on the opposite side will do the same thing. So now we're going to strap it down. All right, so there's two options of how you can normally hook this up. So there's a keeper S hook on there. If you can attach that right to your rack, great. But if not, you can always loop around where you're trying to attach it to. And there is a little loop right here that you can hook right back into itself. And that will keep it snug on there. So we have our ratchet here, and you're gonna wanna make sure the webbing is nice and flat before you put it in. It'll make your life a lot easier when you're trying to ratchet this down. So we're just gonna pop this through here. And I'm gonna feed it back out again. And then we're gonna ratchet down a little bit just to get it so it goes around and locks in place, because you're gonna have to go around and kind of adjust all these to get it nice and tight where you need it to. And then what you can do, which I recommend, is taking the excess webbing. You can even do this now. Loop it up in here. And then use the attached Velcro. We're gonna undo this. We're gonna feed this through here. And then come back through, and that'll keep it from flapping in the breeze as you go down there. All right, so we're strapped down and ready to go. I did have to go around a couple times, trying to shore up different ones and to make sure it's all equidistant from the front to the back. And sometimes you actually, if you have too much of the webbing in the ratchet, you might undo it and redo it. But one thing I want you to take notice of is if you had it strapped down like this, and it's all the way up here, eventually when it goes down the road, this is going to find its way down here, and then it's to become loose. So make sure you start out with them down here closer to the bottom, and then tighten them up then, and then you should be good to go. It's hiking right to the roof rack. Another thing I wanted to note is when you're binding this up, make sure it's nice and tight up in here, because if this is just touching, and it can rub a lot of times, it'll wear away your paint. So make sure your webbing is actually nice and tight and pulled away, and they should be good to go.